Back to follow the action. We're back. I want to thank the over 3,300 people that watched the show last week. The usual suspects are back on this week. We got Dave Mason from Bet Online, the Philly Rooster, Gotham City Big Batman. We got the 8 Ball and the college kids back for the college kids. We're waiting for Sheep to show up. Rooster, he's always late, ain't he?
He's always late. He's always got some kind of issue. It started around 1983 when that trend started.
Where was that, September? All right, let's get the board running here. Let's go to the first game on the board. Sunday, game 451, 452 on your sports betting stream. Dave Mason from Bet Online. I'm seeing you guys hang the 6.5 minus 05. Totals at 46.5. Slightly juiced. Is there any sharp money on the side or a total?
Nothing too sharp yet. The action on the spread is pretty even. 54% of the cash is on the Ravens. Over will be, as of now, most of the action is yet to come in, so take these percentage with a grain of salt. But over 65% of the action is on the over, currently 46.5.
I'm going to ask this question, Dave, because I really care. How much of an aim whipping did you guys take last week?
Oh, it was historic, man. We got our teeth kicked in, man. We got our clocks clean, whatever you want to say, dude. It was the biggest winning day in the history of Bet Online for the players, and it wasn't even close. I mean, we shattered the record. I think the biggest winning day in the history was, I think it was last season. I believe it was week 3 or 4, maybe it was 2. One of those weeks, we got killed, and we exceeded that by, I think, like 40% last Sunday. And the Sunday previous, the prior Sunday was a bad day, and that was the second biggest this past weekend. That was the second worst day in our history, and we almost doubled that last Sunday. Another way to put it too is our best day in the history of Bet Online for the house. They won 30% more. The public won 30% more than our best day ever at the house. So we just got our clocks clean, man. But that happens, And again, I work more on the marketing side of things. So when that happens, I mean, it's great for volume. We're always worried about active numbers and people disappearing. And I always tell our guys, nothing's better for active numbers is when they win. And Monday was proof positive. I mean, Monday was the second biggest regular season game in the history of Bet Online, and that game fell our way, so it was a huge win for the house. So that's just the name of the game, man. But Sunday was historic.
Now, after a week like that, do you see the average bet size go up a little bit with the
Yeah, absolutely. People start pressing, and it definitely goes up. The casino manager, the happiest guy in the company. He's strutting around the office Monday morning, thinking he did something special. When it's like, dude, you didn't do anything, man. We got our asses handed to us yesterday. That's everybody went in a casino to play blackjack, man. It wasn't because of one of your email campaigns or promotions or anything. We just got our teeth kicked in, and you were the happiest guy in the company.
All right, let's go to Rooster first. First game on the board, Rooster. Baltimore keeps rolling. They're 5-1. They've won a couple of lucky games this year. They're at home. They're laying less than a touchdown to a Bengals team that's been kind of hit or miss on a weekly basis. Who do you like here?
I like the Bengals here. I think it's a good spot for them. The Ravens are really smelling themselves now after that game last week. I mean, Lamar Jackson's good. I know you have your Twitter rants about him being a running back, and I agree. He's just not a pocket passer. I think he's good enough to win a playoff game or two. We both agree he's not a Super Bowl winning quarterback, but I just think in this spot, they're 5-1. They're a little comfortable. The Bengals are coming in. They're 4-2. I mean, this is a decent team. And I think with that defense, with a defensive plan to stop Lamar, I think they can cover the spread. And I'm going to hold off. I think this game will end up going to 7, and I'm going to grab the 7.
If we go to 8-Ball, do you agree with Rooster?
Yeah, I think the Bengals are the play here. You can grab 7. The Ravens have been playing in close games all year long. I think they should have lost to Detroit. They gave up a 66-yard field goal. They got a fumble from the Chiefs on the last drive to win that game. They had the miraculous comeback last week against Carson Wentz and the Colts. I think the Bengals are good enough to stay in this game. I think 7's a bit too much for a division game here.
Then we go to Gotham City Vig. He's also known as the Cincinnati Sniper. Who do you like here? Can you hear us,
Batman.
Batman?
Well, I just want you to know I'm searching. Oh no.
Yeah, we hear you now. Go ahead. Fine.
Oh, okay. I'm out in the great blue night. I'm in Montana after the bare knuckle contest. It appears that our lovely sheep has vanished. I am on the road attempting to find the great sheep, just so you know. I'm sure Rooster will be happy that I'm doing that. Back to the game. Baltimore Ravens defense has trouble in one scenario: when you can run the football and when you can pass. Cincinnati can do both this year. Their offensive line has exceeded expectations. The other thing that I really like about this matchup, and no one really knows this, the Bengals defense is still ranked second in overall team defense in the NFL, man. Their defensive line in Hendrickson is playing off the chain. 7 is way too much here. The Bengals plus 7 is my play.
Maddie from the College Kids, do you agree?
You got to speak louder.
Can't hear you, Matt.
I agree totally with Batman here and Rooster. I like Cincy plus the 7 division game. If you can get it, snatch the 7. I think it's the right move.
Yeah, I agree too. I like Cincinnati here. You can wait for it to go to 7. You can take the 7. If you want to get a little balls, you can bet them on the money line, which is going to be tough to do with Lamar. I know I talk a lot of shit about him, but he's actually an amazing athlete. And even though he's not an elite quarterback, he does give you a great chance to win the game. I mean, out of all the quarterbacks in the league, I got to rank like the 6th best quarterback to give you the best chance at winning the game. So he's not an elite quarterback, but he's a hell of a football player. But I like Cincinnati in this spot. Let's go to the next game on the board. Game 453, 454. Carolina's playing the Giants. The Giants just a bad team, 1-5 overall. Bet online, what you guys got? You got 3 minus 03 and 43.5. Really sharp money on the side or a total. And how's the betting public bets?
Yeah, this looks like it's shaping up to be one of the bigger decisions come Sunday, and it's looking like we're going to be Giants fans. Fun times. 85% of the early action is on the Panthers and 72% is on the under. Nothing too sharp here yet.
Rooster, you going with the G-Man?
Well, I'd love to, but I'm on the square side in this game. I don't think the Giants can hang with these guys. The Panthers, they're on a rough skid, but they have to win this game. No Christian McCaffrey, which, believe me, I know it's absolutely huge for these guys. But Daniel Jones looked like he couldn't move. He couldn't make decisions. He was having trouble reading the defenses. There's some kind of flip switched in New York, and I don't see them correcting that in 1 week. I like the Panthers here. I would lay up to 3 on this game.
Let me go to 8-ball. 8-ball, you like anybody here?
I like the Panthers here. I think they're a better coach team. Giants are still dealing with injuries. Danny Jones came back, wasn't himself. He was coming off a concussion. I think Saquon's still out. So I think the Panthers better coach team here. They lost 3 in a row. All were better teams than the Giants, Cowboys, Vikings, Eagles. I think it's a good matchup for the Panthers to get one here.
Batman, do you agree with the consensus so far?
This is a week-to-week league, and when I saw that line pop, I'm on the Giants plus the 3. That's where my side is in this game. There's no metrics. This is a line bet for me, plus 3. I don't like Carolina on the road. I don't think they should be laying 3 to anybody. Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold, and again, I'm going to say it for the 3rd week in a row, and I think I'm 2-0. They cannot win without Christian McCaffrey. Period. End of story. Giants plus 3 for me.
Let me go to Matt from the College Kids. Matt, do you agree?
I lean Giants, but it's a game I'm passing on right now. It's not something I love on the board as we go down. I have some other games that I really like, though.
Is Sheep on yet or no?
No.
All right, let's go to the next game on the screen, 455, 456. Disappointing Washington team has been giving up a ton of points on defense. I don't know what happened to their defense. They go into Green Bay, get Aaron Rodgers, 7.5, 8, depending on where you shop. I think bet line's at 7.5. Totals at 49. Dave Mason, how do they bet this week?
Packers, but it's not too lopsided yet. 58% of the early stuff is on the Packers. Like you said, currently 7.5. 63% on the over. We did take some sharp action on WFT at +9.5. This will be a huge teaser game. Every damn teaser on planet Earth is going to be on the Packers. So Washington outright would be lovely.
Let me go to 8-ball. 8-ball. Can Washington pull the upset here in Green Bay at Lambeau Field against Aaron Rodgers?
I don't know about pulling off the upset, but when the line opened at 10, we snagged it. I know Washington's defense has been terrible this year, but the Packers haven't really run away with any games besides the Detroit game. They let the Cincy hang around last week. I just think 10 points is too much in this scenario. I think Washington's desperate here. They come with their best game.
Rooster, who do you like?
I mean, I would love Washington +10, but that's a fairy tale right now. It's sitting at 8. I think the right numbers between 7 and 8. I wouldn't touch the side. I am looking to go under in this game. I agree with 8-ball. I think it's going to be a close game, and I think it's going to be a little bit low scoring. I mean, it's sitting at best I can get right now is 49. I'm going to wait on that too. I think it'll creep up. It's not going to get up to 51, which is the key number in this neighborhood, but I'll probably go under 49.5 here.
Batman, you like Aaron Rodgers here?
At -7, I like Aaron Rodgers. I know it's at 7.5, so I'm going to be patient in the market and shape all the way down. Man, I have restudied all these box scores. Look at all these defensive metrics. I have never seen a team in the NFL with more talent on defense on one side of the football than the Washington football team not perform. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And I think the Green Bay -7 is the play if it gets there.
Now to the college kids, do you agree?
I think that's, if you can snatch 6.5 on Green Bay, it goes down that far. You take Green Bay at that point, but right now it's a 7.5, 8. I love Washington 8 right now.
Let's go to next game screen. 457-458. City played Tennessee. Tennessee pulled off that big upset against Buffalo. At home, getting 4.5 against the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid here. Totals at 57.5 at BetOnline. Dave Mason, is there any sharp money on the side of Rotovia?
Tennessee got hit +5.5. It's currently +4.5 here at BetOnline. The overall action's 50-50. 57% on the over. Currently 57.5 -113.
Let me go to Rooster first. Rooster, when you see some sharp money hit a dead number like 5.5 or 5, what's that tell you? Is that a little bit of a setup or is that a real position?
Well, in this case, I think it's a real position because if they know it's not getting down to 3, and it's not worth pouring money into the market to get the game to 4.5 or 4. So, in this case, I think it's a legit thing, and I think they're probably afraid of the Titans being a square underdog, which I could see happening. I mean, the Chiefs just aren't playing good. They don't pass the eye test. They were down 3 in the third quarter last week against Washington. How are you down 3 in the third quarter against Washington? Like, I can't even figure that out. Now, they pulled away, but the Chiefs are not. They are on a major Super Bowl hangover, and I can see them losing this game outright and really waking them up. I like the Titans here. I like the Titans money line. You could take 5. It's the same as taking 5.5. Almost no games land 5, although this one will now that I said that. Yeah, I like the Titans and the Titans outright.
Let me go to 8-ball. 8-ball, do you agree?
I don't love the side here, but I love the over. I mean, you have a Tennessee team. They gave up 31 to Buffalo last week. They gave up 38 week 1 Arizona. They gave up 27 to the Jets. So they're just giving up a bunch of points here. The Chiefs defense, I don't see any way they stop Derrick Henry. It's a square play, but I like the over 57 here.
Batman, who do you like here?
I love the Kansas City Chiefs in this spot. I love them. I bet them at 4 -1.20 today. Big. I think that those injuries for Tennessee in this past weekend's game are horrendous. They survived a half with that. Taylor Lewan is their entire key to run blocking in their zone run blocking game. He is probably not going to play. That is bad. Both of their corners are gone now. This is Patrick Mahomes' game to light them up. I think this is the overvalue, undervalue. Last week, Tennessee was absolutely the undervalue there. We had to play it, and now I think they're overvalued. Kansas City -4, big.
All right, let's go. Next game on the screen, 459, 460. Probably going to be the lowest handle of any football game this weekend for you guys down there at Bet Online, Dave Mason. How are they betting this one so far?
Yeah, I wish they were playing this one in London, man. That'd be nice to. That's a great way to increase the handle on some of these duds. But early actions on the Falcons. 71% of the early actions on the Falcons, laying 2.5 on the road, and 60% on the under.
We go to Rooster. Rooster, why is any one of these teams going to be favored here? I mean, they both blow. Atlanta's laying 2.5 on the road. What do you like?
Yeah, I mean they're basically saying Atlanta's 6 points better on a neutral field. These teams are both bad, so give me the home team and the points just as a numbers play, kind of like what Batman said before. I don't like the Dolphins for any reason whatsoever, but I like a home dog against a really bad team. I'll take Miami plus 3 here.
Let me go to Matt from the college kids. Matt, do you agree?
I agree 100%. I don't know why Atlanta, would be laying this many points. It's too many points for a home dog here. Miami, they've had some tough games over the past couple games, against Jacksonville and whatnot. But yeah, I like Miami.
Let me go to 8 Ball. 8 Ball, do you agree?
I don't love this game, but Miami scares me here. They haven't been good all year. They have no identity on offense. And we've seen in the past teams after that London trip, they never come out strong. They always come out, slow the first half. They get behind and they lose the games. So if I had to play anything, it'd be Atlanta here, but I don't like this game.
Batman, who do you like?
I like the Dolphins plus the 3. I think they're the better team metrically across the board. They will come out slow, getting a bye week off this. I think they'll be able to hang with Atlanta and plus 3, the home dog. Give it to me. I'll take it.
Let's go next game on the screen, 461, 462. The Jets travel to play the Patriots. Painted 7 across the screen. What's going on at Bet Online with this one, Dave?
Took some sharp action on New England, minus 6.5. Public's on them as well. 65% of the early actions on the Pats. 77% on the under.
Rooster? Who's Mac Jones? You like him this week or what?
Yeah, I'm not touching this game. I think the line's a little high, but I can't put any money on the Jets. I don't trust the Patriots. The Patriots play down to their competition and up to their competition. It's like the old Eagles teams. I could see this game being a close game. I wouldn't lay 7 on the Patriots, but I'm not betting the Jets. This is a no touch for me. I'd go under 44, but the line already went down. It's 42.5, 43, so no bet on this one.
8 Ball, who do you like here?
I like the Jets plus 7. I don't think New England's ran away with any games this year. If you look at the way they play, football, short passes, running the ball, the opponent's always in the game. They're never going to break away from anyone. Jets are coming off a bye week. I think plus 7. They've had time to prepare. I think it's the right side.
Matty from the college kids.
Yeah, I'm loving the Jets here. I mean, look at the last time they played. I'm looking at the box score. Jets 18 first downs, the Patriots 17 first downs. They had more yards per play, high yards per play. The reason they lost this game were the 4 turnovers to 0. That was the problem with this team. But I mean, now you're getting 7 points on a game where they beat them moving the ball. I don't know how you don't take the dog here.
Batman, who do you like?
Man, the right side is the Jets plus the 7. There's no doubt about that. The whole Bill Belichick thing, rookie quarterback, we all know the dream, the scenario there. We know the metrics behind that move. I'm watching. The only way you could play it, I think, is the Jets plus 7. I don't think that Mac Jones yet should be given 7 to anybody in the NFL at this moment. I think you're going to see the Jets defense play a lot better game. So that would be the side if I had to play it.
Matty, if you get a chance, text Sheep. He's trying to text me, but it's not popping up on my phone. See,
he texted me. I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, so Sheep, his games, he's on Cincy plus 7 large. Colts plus 4.5 large. KC minus 4 large. And if you can get Houston plus 19 or better, He likes it.
Where the hell's he at? Did he tell you where he's at?
I don't know. He said he's trying to get
Hey,
on. He can't.
text him back and tell him I'm looking for him. I'm driving around. I can't find him.
Oh, man. All right, let's go next game. 463, 464. I don't know what's up with this Detroit team. They're catching up with 17 points this week. I think it's 16 and a half in L.A. versus the Rams at BetOnline. Total's at 15 and a half. Dave Mason, is there any money on either side or a total?
It's 50-50. You know, it's cash is, or the early cash is 50-50, and it probably won't get too crazy. I mean, once these spreads start getting up too high, I mean, people really don't bet against the bad teams too much, and it kind of sucks too because that hurts the volume too. There's just not as much volume on these games that have these huge spreads. So 50, like I said, 52% of the early actions on the Lions, 53% on the under. Nothing too sharp yet.
Brewster, what do you do with a game that has a 17-point spread like this?
Well, it doesn't really matter what the spread is. If there's value, there's value. It's kind of like, somebody will say, well, sharp guys don't lay big money lines. Yes, they do. A lot of times we lay big money lines because there's value there. Now, inherently, and Dave will tell you this, there's always going to be a shade to the favorite. So that's why most sharp bettors bet mainly underdogs, because right when the line comes out, they know the squares are going to bet the favorite. They're going to pump up that number a little bit. I think this is one of those cases. Again, betting bad teams in the NFL is something I do just about every week. If this game gets up to 17, you've got to take Detroit plus 17. I mean, the Rams are good, and they've shown that they can blow teams out, but I like Detroit here, if anything. 15 and a half is a dead number. I'm not going to touch it. 16. I've seen some 16 or some 16 and a half in Vegas. I think I'm going to end up seeing a 17 here, and I'm going to grab it.
8-ball, are you going to wait for that 17 to pop? Take Detroit, or are you just staying off the game?
I lean Detroit. I probably won't touch the game only because Sean McVay knows Jared Goff like the back of his hand. So he can expose all his weaknesses this game. Matt Stafford, he's playing his old team.
That goes the other way, too. He practiced against this exact defense for 5 years.
Jared Goff on the road, I don't know about that. I'll probably just stay away from this one.
All right, let me go to Maddox, the college kid. You got any interest in betting this game?
I want this game to go to 17 so I can take on Detroit, even though every fiber in my body does not want me to, because they screwed me over so many weeks in a row. But I do like Detroit plus 17. I mean, like I said, they're in all of these games. It's just way too many points in my opinion. Plus 17.
All right, let's go to the next game. The Eagles in Vegas. Line's a little short. 3. I don't know. Total's at 49 at BetOnline. 3 minus 05. Dave Mason. Where's the sharp money?
Actually, on the Birds plus 3.5, we took some sharp action. The overall money's pretty choppy, 54%. The early actions on the Raiders, 56% on the over.
You go to Batman. Vegas was great previous week. Eagles covered playing some street ball against Tampa Bay. They got lucky because they ended up dealing the ball at the end. But yet there's some sharp money on the Eagles here. Who do you like?
I really, really love the Philadelphia Eagles in this spot. Every time in the NFL I see a new coach take over, that team rallies that particular week for that new coach. Now reality set in. Now there's less emotion. Now we have game planning happening. The outside cornerbacks are going to lock down those 2 Las Vegas receivers. The Philly defensive line is better than the offensive line for the Las Vegas Raiders. Plus 3.5 is platinum. The money line is platinum. Eagles leave with the win. Book it.
Brewster, you got Nick Sirianni. You got a bunch of coaches on that Eagles team with basically no experience. You think you look at the best players in Vegas, but how do you keep this team trend out there in Vegas to keep them focused? Get the pretty good Raiders team.
Yeah, well, there's a couple factors here. First of all, Batman's exactly right. You lose a starting quarterback or a head coach midweek, you can usually fake your way through that week because the game planning's already done. This is a whole different scenario now, and this is going to be their wake-up call, in my opinion. You also have the Las Vegas factor that a lot of these teams are going to go through when they go out there to play. It's not a normal place like it used to be. Now, will that affect the Eagles? I think it possibly might. You don't have a Bill Belichick or Andy Reid. This coach is not as strict. And you need somebody that's going to lock these guys under lock and key. But all that being said, I do like the Eagles here. I think it's a great spot for them. They have a little bit of confidence now after last week. And I think they go in there and beat this guy.
8-Ball, you like the Birds or what?
Yeah, I lean Eagles this week. I mean, they're coming off games against Dak Prescott, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. Now they're going against Derek Carr. Should, be a favorable matchup for them. This is the best O-line the Raiders might have played this season, I think. The Raiders don't really do anything, exceptionally well. I think the Eagles +3 is the right side here.
Maddie from the college kids. Fly
Eagles +3. Eagles had 3 straight tough games. Carolina, Chiefs, and Tampa Bay, all within distance of those teams. Raiders, it's going to be tough for them without Gruden this week, as Batman said. The game plan. I like the Eagles +3. I think they come out. They proved the last 3 weeks that they can hang with some of these teams. I think they get the cover, and I actually think they can win this game.
Eagles and over, baby.
One more thing. Lane Johnson is back. Don't ever underestimate. This dude is their glue to their team. That is a dude in the NFL. If I was building a team and I could have a healthy Lane Johnson, he would be my #1 draft pick of any NFL franchise. Those players love that dude.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Dude's a monster.
Just stock up on the anadrol, Lane Johnson. Let's go
Right,
next game.
I'll take Tom Brady. He can have Lane Johnson.
Let's go.
Give me Lane Johnson all day. I got to start with the offensive line. We've seen what Brady does with bad lines. He tears his ACL and doesn't finish the season. We've already seen that action.
That's true. Let's go to 467, 468. We're talking about Tom Brady. He's up next. Tampa Bay laid double digits at home. Chicago, pretty good defense. I'm seeing some 13s in the market. Bet online's hanging at 12.5 -05. Totals at 47. Seems a little high. Dave Mason, any sharp money on the side of the total?
Nothing too sharp yet. 65% of the early actions on the over, and early actions on the Bears, but I think that will come down. About 63% on the Bears, but I think that will even out come kickoff.
Let me go to 8-Ball first. 8-Ball, can Chicago stay within this number or what?
I don't love this game, but I don't see any reason why the Bucs, with their injuries on their defense, should be laying 12.5 here. I think the Bears have shown they played respectable on both sides of the ball. I think they stay in this game and they can cover that number.
Rooster, who do you like?
Same. I mean, the Tampa Bay secondary is decimated. I mean, Brady can only do so much here. The Bears, I think, are going to get a little bit of pressure on them. I like the Bears here. I mean, I'd love to see this game creep up to 14. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm going to take the best number I can get on it.
Maddie from the college kids, who do you like?
Big number on this game, but look at Gibson for the Bears on defense. You look at Hicks. You look at Mack. These are key players on their defense. They all did not practice. It's going to be hard for this Bears. If their Bears defense isn't performing up to standard, then they're going to have to rely on that rookie QB to do so much. And it's going to be hard going toe-to-toe with Tom Brady. I have to lean with Tampa Bay here.
We go to Batman. Batman, who do you like?
Matty said it. I agree with what Matt said about the injuries there. Akeem Hicks has not played well. There's several players in their defense that did not practice yesterday or today. I have to see those injuries in order to know if I can play them or not. I actually lean Tampa Bay here. I think that this is a revenge game for last year. If we all remember on that road game when Tom Brady called the fake timeout that he didn't have. And I think that this is their spot. So injuries, look first, and then look and see what the number is, in my opinion.
All right, let's go next game on the board. 469, 470. Real bad Houston team. Travels to Arizona. They got the best record in football. And it shows in that line, in that price. 17.5, 18's out there. Bet Online's at 17.5 and 47. Is anyone betting this game yet, Dave?
A little bit. Not, it's not like I said earlier. Those big spreads kind of thwart off a lot of the public action, and it's pretty even. 54% of the early actions on the Texans. 50. The total's 50-50.
Let me go to Rooster. How do you bet this game, man? It's almost. I mean, it might hit 20. Can you take the
Yeah, it's dog or anything for me. I don't think I'm going to bet it. The total's down to 47.5. If this thing goes to 46.5, I will hit the over here for a small bet, just because that 47 key number. But yeah, it's dog or nothing on the side.
Batman, who do you like?
You ready for this? I bet the Arizona Cardinals first half points, and I bet the Arizona Cardinals first half money line is what I did in this game. I think this is hangover city for Arizona early. They go in at half and get it right, and then they challenge that spread number very close. That's what I did.
So wait, you bet the Texans first half money line?
First half points and money line. I bet them both.
Sounds good. Sounds familiar. Let me go to 8-ball. 8-ball, you like anybody?
No, I don't really love this game. I do like the over here. I think with that D line for the Cardinals, they're going to force a couple of turnovers from the rookie David Mills, get some short field, and score some points on this team.
Matt, you like anybody?
It's too many points, man. Let it go to 20. I mean, how do you not bet it when it goes to 20? It's way too many points. If it hits 20, I have to, take a bite.
Yeah, I like the Texans here. I like the dog here. I just hope I like them on Sunday night. That's what they get. Oh, God, these bad teams are so bad. All right, let's go with Sunday night, late night. Maybe the best 2-4 team in NFL history here. The Colts are playing San Fran. Colts are getting a little healthier. San Fran's still a little banged up. San Fran's laying 4 at home, 44 at Bet Online. How do you bet this game?
59% of the early actions on the Colts, getting 4, like you said, and 53% is on the over, currently 44.
We'll go to Rooster first. Rooster, this team's 2-4, but they're starting to get healthy fast. Is there some value here? Maybe you want to nibble on them to maybe, do some damage. Maybe win the Super Bowl, win the AFC, because as you've noticed, they've been so banged up, and they've been in a lot of these games against a lot of good teams. Do you nibble right now where the value's hot?
Well, you can. I mean, so many things can happen, and I don't trust Wentz's health. I mean, let's face it, the guy can't complete a season. He is playing good now, though, and I like him in this game. I think it's a good spot for him. Jimmy G's not 100%. He's still up in the air on whether he's going to be the quarterback or not. Wentz has found a home. He's their franchise. Like you said, they're getting healthier. They're a very deep team. They're a very talented team. I'm going to nibble on the money line here and take the points.
We're going to 8-ball. 8-ball. Of course, the Wentz win this week.
I don't love this game as of right now. Still have to feel it out, go over some more things. San Fran's coming off a bye week, which I definitely think helps them. They've had a lot of time to prepare for this one. Right now, if it gets down to 3, I like San Fran, but I can understand, people loving the 4 right now.
We got a Matty from the college kids. Matt, what do you like here?
I like the Colts plus the 4. They're getting Quentin Nelson back. Huge. He's one of the best offensive linemen in the league, in my opinion. T.Y. Hilton, he has a shot to play this week, and that's big. He adds a lot of speed. He's going to help Wentz out on the outside. And I'm kind of liking the over a little bit. I'm waiting on some injury statuses with the defensive end for the Colts, Kwadi Paye, I believe his name is, and Darius Leonard. They're both limited. I mean, it's at 44. If I can get 43, 43 and a half, I mean, go past that key number. I'm taking the over 43 and a half.
Let me go to Batman. Both these teams had regular season win totals set at 10.5 before the season started. They both got banged up. Who's the healthier team right now, and who's going to cover this game?
So I think that the Indianapolis Colts are getting healthier. I think Carson Wentz metrically has played very good this year. The offensive line is getting healthier. I think they touched on the injury update for the Colts offensive line. Just like earlier today in the car game where I think we ran over the real McJesus. I'm sitting right next to Rooster in the driver's seat. Colts +4 is platinum, 4.5 is platinum, and the money line is 2 as well. Book it. Colts win.
Money line. I like the Colts money line. I like a money line big. All right, let's go next game Monday night. Dave Mason from BetOnline. Has anyone started betting this game yet? Saints in Seattle. Geno Smith, always dangerous to take the dog here with Geno Smith at quarterback, even though he covered last week versus Steelers. You guys hung a 5 and a 42.5. How are they betting this one? If they even bet?
Yeah, there's always some early action. 61% is on the under so far, and 54% is on the Seahawks. And the points took a little bit of sharp action on the under, not too much, but some.
Rooster, you back in Geno Smith this week?
Like the old Geno's days before they went out of business. Yeah, I'm a Geno man this week again. Give me Seattle at home. I don't trust the Saints at all. Their defense isn't what it used to be. I don't trust their quarterback in the least. His turnover-prone self will be back any minute. I like Seattle at home here. Give me 5 points. What the hell?
8-ball. You like the home dog here?
I don't like the side here, but I like the over. You have two turnover-prone quarterbacks, giving the other teams, short fields. I think the Seattle defense, isn't that great. They gave up, I think it was 23 or more to Pittsburgh. I think they're going to give up more this week. I think Saints will be able to score. I think Seattle will get their opportunities. I think the game goes over to 42.
Maddie for the college kids. Who do you like?
It's a tough game for me. We have two, quarterback matchup of Jameis Winston and Geno Smith on Monday Night Football, which doesn't spell well. So, I don't know. This game's tough for me. Jameis has performed well this year. 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Pretty good. It's just tough for me to bet at this team. Right now, I have nothing on it.
Batman, you taking the home dog here?
Man, I tell you what, this is usually my spot for a home dog, and I think this is going to be the square bet of the week in Seattle. I like the New Orleans Saints here, man. I like them a lot, actually, too, as well. Sean Payton's had a really good history of winning games up here with backup quarterbacks, and people might want to look into the history. That's happened several times. I think that defensively, they're significantly better than the Seattle offensive line. I think their pressure rate's going to be higher in this game. I think New Orleans coming off that rest week and preparing for this. I think 5's not enough here. I like the Saints on the road.
Total's down to 42.5. If it gets to 42, I'm going over. I like the over last week against the Steelers defense. And that Steelers offense is pretty bad. I think New Orleans Saints offense is even better. So if it gets to 42, I'm going over 42. All right, let's wrap up with the Thursday night game here. I'm seeing 1.5 in the market, 2s. We all know the game opened up, what was it, 6, and all the injuries came in and dropped that line down. BetOnline, you're laying 2 and 40.5 on Cleveland. Dave, where's the sharp money here?
Nothing too sharp besides some people getting, the injury stuff. 53% on the over, 56% of the spread money's on the Broncos. The bigger need will be the money line. 65% of the actions on the Broncos outright.
As you said that, the line's starting to drop. Rooster, you like the home team or you like the Broncos?
I like the over here. The game went down to 40.5. 41's a key number. Anytime I see that in an NFL game, game goes past the 37 or past the 41, I immediately pop the over. I think this game is going to close 41.5. Breaking news, Baker Mayfield also has a broken shoulder. So he's going to be out for an extended period of time.
They might be better off because every time they were touching him, it looked like he was fumbling the ball. So they might have done him a favor. Because, people don't – Case Keenum won 13 games with the Vikings that one year. I think it was 2017. He doesn't take deep chances down the field. He gets rid of the ball quickly. Might be better off with Case here. Let me go to Batman. Batman, who you like?
I love the Cleveland Browns -1 in this spot. I think it's the right side. I think that they're getting one of those offensive linemen back. I think the big deal is Jarvis Landry's coming back, who's their possession guy on third down. I think OBJ might play tonight. At least I'm in the car. That's what I last saw, so I hope I'm giving out correct information there. Cleveland Browns -1. Way better coach, way better organization. It's the lowest spot you can buy them this year in the NFL. I'll take them all day long.
That's it. Buy low. Oh, let me go to April. April, who do you like?
We took +6 early on this game. We middle it today, taking a -1. But if you didn't take, the early number on Denver, I definitely think Cleveland's the right side here. I don't think the drop-off between, especially the way Baker's played this year, the drop-off between Keenum and Baker is anything significant. Cleveland's getting back some receivers. I think they're definitely in the right spot here.
So you like to lay 1? You took 6 and they're laying 1, right? You trying to go it?
Yep.
All right, let me go to Matty from the college. Matt, do you agree?
Well, first off, I just got a text from Sheep saying he's on Browns -1 over 39.5. And I agree with him.
Yes.
Look at
Bad.
you look at Baker Mayfield. What has he done this year? He hasn't performed well, and it's because he's dealing with an injury, especially. So, and I think Case Keenum can play. I mean, we've seen him in prior years. The dude can ball. He can go out there. He's a great backup quarterback. He can get this win. I think I like the Browns here, and I think they'll score some points. I also like the over.
Yeah, I like the Browns here. I think Stefanski was the coach over there, the Minnesota quarterback coach, when Kate was over there. Both teams' defense, their vertical defense, horrible this year. The only team that's been worse against the vertical pass has been Washington. So I'm expecting some points. You got some playmakers on the Broncos. You got Courtney Sutton. You got Noah Fant. You got a guy like Case Keenum who gets rid of the ball very quickly. Over 40. I mean, when it was at 39.5, I nibbled a little bit. I nibbled some more over 40, like the Browns -1. And that's basically it, man. We're wrapping up the show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We've been getting out a ton of winners this year. Thank you, Dave Mason from Bet Online. You got any promos or anything we'll talk about?
Yeah, promo. The players been killing us. 3 out of the last 4 Sundays have went to the players. So don't miss out on the easy winnings. Get on over to betonline.ag. But if you want bonuses and all that good stuff, check out the promos page. We got a 50% sign-up bonus. If you're using crypto, it's 100%. Earliest openers in the industry. Come on over to betonline.ag.
It's funny because the line's starting to move. As soon as we give out the Browns, it's up to 2 almost everywhere. It probably might go to 2.5. Somebody's watching the damn show. I want to thank everyone for watching the show again this week. I want to thank the Philly Rooster, Gotham City Vig, the 8-Ball, Maddie from the College Kids TCK, and the Sheep, even though he wasn't on, he gave you a selection. Thanks, guys, and good luck.
Real quick, Batman. What's your college football game of the week?
Sure. Man, I don't have the
football game of the week
like the Purdue, but I tell you what I do have. I got Marvin Vittori tomorrow night at the UFC in the main event. Marvin Vittori is going to smash the overinflated fighter from the Seville tomorrow night. They've had huge weight cutting issues. Minus $1.50, $1.60. Love it all day long. Marvin Vittori.
All right, love it. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, man. Good luck.